Welcome to Mornings with Meep. I'm Meep, and here this morning I am drinking some milk, just regular milk, not blue milk, out of a Coca-Cola glass. Cheers. And today I bring you a modest proposal. This is inspired by a Society of Actuaries competition, which I'm not entering this in because this is not the kind of thing they're interested in, where they're looking for innovative solutions to prolong healthy lives. So, not merely increasing longevity, but also increasing wellness so that you are living healthier longer, which is actually what is generally happening already. But, let's push it out. But my modest proposal is extremely modest and it's not terribly innovative. This is the proposal: move the minimum retirement age for Social Security from 62 up to 65. So hear me out. Here is my argument. First off, I'm going to have to check, but about a third of the people will file for their old age Social Security benefits in the U.S. at age 62 or within that year. And I think most of the remaining will do it at age 65 when they become eligible for Medicare. And the thing is, of course, the normal retirement age or the full retirement age is currently 66. It will soon be scaling up to 67 and then holding for my generation, Gen X and beyond. But what that full retirement age does is basically change the amount of benefit you get. And I believe it's actuarially equivalent, meaning it doesn't really make much of a difference for the solvency of Social Security, whether or not they raise the minimum age if they keep all of the rest of the formulas the same. However, it does seem that it will affect human longevity. There is a little spike in mortality, actually specifically among men, not women, age 62, and it is theorized this is because they basically retire as early as they can. And the things that kept them going with working, like you go to work, people will hound you, you kind of have an informal social net that will make you go to the doctor or just keeps you going or gives you meaning to your life. And once that meaning goes, that's it. Well, it's also similar to my prior post on suicide rates, specifically of elderly men. Suicide rates seem to just climb higher and higher the older men get in the U.S. And I believe a lot of it is despair. It's a lack of that social network. Widowers are far more likely to die, not just because they're male, but far more likely to die following death of a wife than vice versa. That's just what the stats tell us. Anyway, so if we pushed off the minimum age of retirement to 65, then at least there would be 3 additional years, and really people don't fully start breaking down until in the 70s. And actually, the real rapid decline happens in the 80s, in the age 80s currently. So that's my modest proposal. No, I'm not submitting this to the Society of Actuaries because, again, this is not the kind of thing they want to hear. There's no innovation whatsoever. There's nothing new. It's a very simple idea. In addition, I'm going to link to a couple of Social Security related stories I came across recently. One looking at the origin of Social Security and actually digging into what was the point, what was the goal, and what really was the appropriate life expectancy we need to think about. Because when it was instituted, the life expectancy was quite a bit younger than 65, but that's because, of course, childhood mortality, and especially infant mortality, was much higher than it is now. The key is, what's the life expectancy from age 65? So that was one. And then there's another about the Social Security Trust Fund. And while the headline is the trust fund real, the article is actually really about something else. So you really should read the whole thing, and I will link to both as well as the past week's posts. So cheers, enjoy your milk or your beverage of choice.